With more on a busy motorsports weekend, here's our racing analyst, Tim Hauraney. Tim, let's start with INDYCAR and an eventful practice session, specifically at turn 8, where there were multiple red flags. Why was that spot on the track so problematic?
I think, Glenn, obviously a big part of it is just the track being dirty and some of the drivers just not really hitting their marks and getting offline just a little bit. We're down in the McLaren garage here, and you can see they're working on Alexander Rossi's car just over my shoulder here, and obviously him being one of the drivers that had that accident as well, and they're checking on his hand to see if it's okay and good to go for Saturday. But looking at that particular turn, I mean, it has different concrete patches as well, Glenn, so you have that transition from the asphalt to the concrete and then back to asphalt kind of deal. And with that, you know, the car gets really tricky to drive, and if you just get offline just a tiny little bit in that particular corner, you get a ton of understeer and directly right into the wall.
All right, we'll keep our eye on that this weekend. Now shifting to F1, Charles Leclerc crashed out during FP2 in Hungary, and ever since winning in Monaco, it's been a tough stretch for Leclerc. No podiums over that span and outside the points in the last 2 races. Are these struggles, Tim, more about Leclerc's execution or a Ferrari that's lost pace with its competitors?
It's definitely a Ferrari that's lost pace with the rest of the field that's in front of them. I mean, one of the things that we've seen with Ferrari since they've started to bring upgrades to this car is we've seen some peaks, but we have seen some definite valleys, and they are in a definite valley at this moment. But coming into Hungary, I think one of the things that they learned from the British Grand Prix were some of the updates that they brought to their car just weren't working properly. So they've come here to Hungary with a revised floor for their race car, and actually, you know what? I think they could be podium contenders, possibly maybe even a chance at a win here. Ferrari looks really strong this weekend in Hungary, so we'll have to see how it shakes out for them. But, I mean, the thing is, for that team in particular, they're making strides to try and get back to the front of the field.
Yeah, Ferrari's still second in the constructors' standings, but it does feel like they're slipping. McLaren's is just 7 points behind them. We'll see if there's any movement there this weekend, Tim.